Hello friends! Overnight, a herd of feral pigs attacked Texas farmland, wiping out acres of crops and causing millions of dollars in damage. How does one man trap an entire herd in minutes? Check out the secret behind this amazing method that will amaze you. Imagine watching your crops vanish overnight, your livelihood crumbling and your family's future hanging in the balance. All thanks to a relentless force of nature, wild boars. Feral hogs are wreaking havoc across America's heartland. From a mere 2 million in 1990 to a staggering 9 million in 2019, these invasive pigs are causing chaos in 39 states, costing farmers $1,500 million, 0 cents annually. Their destructive path has turned fields into wastelands and left farmers on the brink. The time is ticking as they threaten to overrun the country. Traditional wire traps, once touted as the only weapon against feral hogs, are failing. What's the problem? Feral hogs are outsmarting farmers at every turn and catastrophic mistakes are being made. But in the fight against this invasive species, Texas farmers have discovered a powerful new tool, the electric stake trap. Done right, these traps are a feral hog's worst nightmare, but done wrong, they can be a costly disaster. And imagine that, fields turned barren, crops destroyed, and farmers losing everything. Feral pigs aren't just a nuisance, they're a full-blown crisis. To stop the invasion, 60% of their population must be culled each year. In response, the USDA and states like Texas and Oklahoma are racing to find a solution, investing millions of dollars and even introducing a drug to sterilize feral pigs by 2024. But the real game changer? Meet the pile trap. Storm traps are massive steel fortresses designed to capture entire wild boars in one fell swoop. Measuring 30 to 40 feet long and 5 feet high, These traps prevent hogs from jumping out. Forget manual gates. Use high-tech, remote-activated gates that slam shut instantly, trapping the boars before they can escape. Location is everything. Set your trap near water sources or trails with torn soil, bogs or hoof prints. Miss this and your victory is lost. Texas farmers have unlocked a sinister trick with fermented corn. Soak the corn in water for a week until it rots, creating an irresistible bait. One farmer set up a trap near a stream, and within a single night, 28 wild pigs were caught. The trick, baiting 3 to 7 days in advance, lulling the hogs into a false sense of security, increasing your success rate to 60%. One Texas farmer's story will leave you speechless. Armed with a steel barn trap, fermented corn, and patience, he set up near a river. For days he watched as the pigs slowly got closer. When the moment was right, he activated the gate, and in a single earth-shaking moment, 28 feral hogs were trapped. This wasn't just a victory, it was a declaration of war against the historic feral hog invasion. The war is real and every farmer is on the front lines. What do you think is the most effective strategy to defeat these wild boars once and for all? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We want to hear your strategies and experiences. The problem of invasive wild boars is becoming serious in many countries around the globe. With a rapid reproductive rate, each female wild boar gives birth to about 13 to 16 cubs per year. The severity of the wild boar problem is increasing, posing a major challenge for people in controlling them. In the United States, the population has grown to about 7 million animals, causing an estimated $2 billion a year in losses to the agricultural industry. In Australia, this number is even more worrying, with about 25 million animals causing serious damage to the ecosystem and biodiversity. Adults can weigh up to 150 pounds with sharp fangs and large hooves. They live in large areas and places with many food sources such as cornfields. Their presence not only threatens crops, but is also dangerous to humans and other animals. Exploding wild boar populations requires more stringent control measures. If left unchecked, they can invade and devastate your habitat. Are you facing wild boar invasiveness? Besides, they began attacking the cities of San Antonio and Central Texas. They move in large groups, entering residential areas and parks in search of food. They rummage through trash cans and dig in lawns to find earthworms, causing serious damage to private and public property. Damage is estimated to reach $3 million by 2024. Many cases of people being attacked by wild boars while walking or jogging have been recorded. Statistics show that the number of wild animal attacks on humans is increasing alarmingly, of which about 26% of incidents involve wild boars. In Texas, there are about 500 collisions between wild boars and vehicles each year. Not only in urban areas, they also cause damage to farms in the suburbs. With omnivorous and destructive habits, this population often invades fields, completely destroying crops. According to estimates by the US Department of Agriculture, wild boars cause nearly $250 million in damage to the agricultural industry in Texas each year. Wild boar overcrowding has become a major concern. Local authorities have had to take many different measures to control them, including allowing people to hunt freely. Hunting wild boar is a big challenge for hunters, especially when this activity takes place in rugged mountainous areas. High mountains and difficult terrain increase the level of danger for people. To better control invasive populations, new hunting methods have been introduced to cope with the agile movement of wild boars through dense forests or large fields. Hunting in deep forest areas requires hunters to be able to access and move flexibly through rough and dangerous terrain. Hunting in the forest requires hunters to have good shooting skills and be able to hit targets in short distances. In particular, hunters can use the method of imitating wild boar calls to attract them closer to the hunting area. Hunters need to have good observation skills, understand the terrain, and an analytical ability to accurately determine their location. This requires patience and the ability to adapt to harsh natural environments. Another important factor is weather conditions. Before starting a hunting trip, hunters need to carefully research the weather to ensure there is no heavy rain or strong winds. because bad weather conditions can make accurate shooting more difficult. In addition, wild boars have a habit of hiding in bushes, creating many challenges for hunters. This is a truly adventurous experience and has many potential risks if hunters do not comply with government regulations. The hunter will determine the 60% chance of success in hunting wild boar. An experienced hunter will ensure proper access, shooting distance and safety throughout the hunting trip. If you agree that working with an experienced hunter will make your hunting trip more successful, please comment on number 1. In 2022 alone, the Texas Department of Wildlife culled about 30,000 wild boars, a number nearly double that of 2019. In Florida, the number of wild boars culled annually through hunting amounts to about 37,000 wild boar. By 2023, this number will exceed 5,000. Other states such as Georgia, Alabama, Arkansas, Louisiana, and California have also widely deployed large-scale hunting operations to control exploding wild boar populations. Hunting is considered an effective measure because it helps quickly reduce the number of wild boars in the United States. However, this method is also controversial due to ethical issues, high operating costs, and safety risks. Do you know of any other more effective and humane methods for controlling invasive wild boar populations? Please share your thoughts in the comments section to help more farmers affected by wild boar. Pigs raised outdoors and raised in forested areas have a diverse diet, including plants, insects, and nuts. This varied diet improves the quality of the meat. making it more prized than pigs kept in pens for life. We are currently in Lower Saxony, which has the largest number of outdoor pigs in Germany. Here, many farms raise pigs outdoors, allowing them to perform natural behaviors, especially during pregnancy. They will have separate cages built. These pigs lead lives similar to wild boars, with the key difference being that they don't damage crops. About 4 weeks before giving birth, sows on this farm are examined using wireless ultrasound to assess the development of their piglets. Experts suggest that pigs raised in free-range systems generally have much better health during pregnancy than those intensively farmed in large-scale operations. On average, each sow gives birth to 9 to 15 piglets with minimal human intervention in the birthing process. To ensure all piglets get enough milk and are protected from external threats, free-range pig farms keep them sheltered for the first 4 to 8 days until they are strong enough. Afterward, the piglets are released to freely engage in their natural behaviors. These pigs will live outdoors for their entire lives, only being housed when the weather is extremely cold. On fair weather days, they stay in individual outdoor pens, each with an area of 54 square feet. People who raise pigs in the forest will build fences around the farm to prevent pigs from wandering into the forest. The reason wild boars in Germany today originate from domestic pigs that escaped into the wild centuries ago. Piglets stay with their mothers for about 50 days, twice as long as piglets in intensive farming systems. By 2023, there will be nearly 450 outdoor pig farms in Lower Saxony compared to around 5,200 pig farms nationwide. Unlike pigs raised in specialized care facilities, outdoor pigs typically consume little to no feed designed for rapid weight gain. Harvesting pigs from free-range farms usually takes 10 to 11 months, compared to 6 to 7 months in industrial operations. The majority of the diet for outdoor pigs consists of silage and various nuts. Additionally, fresh vegetables and fruits are regularly incorporated to enhance the meat quality of these pigs. On some outdoor pig farms, they will be covered with straw bedding to provide shelter during inclement weather, providing protection when conditions are unstable. This is considered one of the biggest challenges for farmers. Pigs are weighed to ensure they meet the buyer's requirements. Typically, pigs raised outdoors reach about 140 to 160 pounds in 8 to 9 months, making them ideal for processing each year. Outdoor pig farms in Germany supply about 4 million pigs to the market, accounting for about 4% of total production. In Germany, transporting pigs by truck involves a strictly regulated process to ensure animal welfare and biosecurity. Pigs are often transferred onto specialized, air-conditioned vehicles designed to minimize stress during transport. On average, each transport vehicle can carry from 150 to 200 pigs. Journeys are usually limited to a maximum of 8 hours to comply with welfare standards. Every year, Germany ships around 11 million pigs, reflecting the important role the country plays in both the domestic consumer and export markets. In modern German pork processing plants, the production line incorporates advanced technology and high standards of efficiency. The process starts with automated systems for humane slaughter, where robots and sensors ensure precise handling and minimize stress for the animals. The cutting and deboning stages use state-of-the-art machinery to optimize yield and consistency. The final products are packaged using automated lines that ensure freshness and traceability. Make German pork processing plants some of the most advanced in the industry, prioritizing quality and environmental responsibility. Pork is a staple in many traditional and modern dishes. Pork is processed into many different products, including smoked varieties, which are indispensable in German cuisine. With some high-end facilities generating annual income of around $1 million or more. These places are celebrated for their expertly prepared pork dishes, reflecting the country's deep appreciation for this versatile meat. Hello everybody, leopards have been spotted in suburban areas, causing growing concern among residents. They often target and attack livestock, including goats, sheep, cattle and poultry, causing significant economic losses to farmers and ranchers. From 1990 to 2023, there have been approximately 35 reported leopard attacks in the US. To deal with this growing threat, the government has taken various measures to control the leopard population. Initial efforts focused on humane methods such as organizing raids to capture leopards with nets and relocate them to more suitable forests. However, these methods are considered ineffective in controlling the leopard population, requiring alternative measures. Therefore, the government adopted the gun method to control the leopard population. This change highlights the urgent need to balance public safety with wildlife management. As authorities try to minimize the risk posed by leopards, while also addressing the broader ecological impacts of their presence. To hunt leopards effectively, hunters need to prepare appropriate guns and protective gear. It is essential to choose a hunting rifle with a large enough caliber such as the Winchester 36 or 308 to ensure a humane and effective hunt. Besides choosing the right gun, hunters should wear heavy protective clothing, including sturdy jackets and safety shoes to protect themselves from unwanted situations while hunting. Successful leopard hunting depends on effective bait preparation. Leopards especially favor deer meat, which helps hunters increase their chances of shooting them down. It's strategically to lure leopards into the ideal shooting position. The optimal time to hunt is when leopards are concentrating on eating their prey, as they will pay less attention. This precise shot placement is important for a quick and ethical hunt. Show respect for animals while achieving your hunting goals. Using guns to hunt leopards has been shown to be effective in managing their populations and reducing human-leopard conflicts. By reducing leopard numbers in high population density areas, it promotes safer and more harmonious coexistence between humans and wildlife. Overhunting can reduce populations and disrupt the ecological balance. Therefore, it is essential to closely manage hunting activities and rely on accurate data to maintain this balance. Sustainable hunting regulations and regular assessments of leopard populations are needed to ensure that hunting does not endanger the species. Hello friends. Black bears are wild animals that are increasingly appearing in urban areas in the US, becoming a major concern for residential communities. This increase is largely due to urban expansion into bear habitat, combined with tourists' careless habit of leaving leftover food at campsites. These easily accessible food sources have gradually accustomed them to human presence. This leads them to go to more human-inhabited areas to find food. Recently, there has been an increase in black bear attacks in residential areas. They search for food, destroy property, damage infrastructure, and attack pets. According to reports from the Wildlife Conservation Society, annual economic losses caused by bears exceed $12 million. Faced with the serious increase in bear incursions, authorities have applied a variety of countermeasures. Some areas have adopted restrictive hunting license policies to control bear populations. However, bear hunting in urban areas is not allowed because it can be dangerous to humans. Therefore, bear hunting campaigns are only allowed in forests far from residential areas. The bear hunting process begins with looking for characteristic bear markings. Hunters pay attention to their footprints on the ground, which are usually oval-shaped with 5 distinct fingernails. Signs on tree trunks about 2 to 7 feet tall also indicate bears have marked their territory. Fresh dung piles, often containing fruit seeds or insect debris, are also important indicators of recent bear presence. With extensive experience, hunters use many different tactics, the most common of which is hunting from trees. This tactic accounts for about 75% of bear control. Hunters lurk in tree branches 13 to 19 feet high, waiting patiently for them to emerge. When they appear, they quickly assess its size to ensure compliance with regulations. If suitable, the hunter will take them down. Adult black bears typically measure 4 to 6 feet in length and weigh about 250 to 550 pounds. Female bears are typically smaller, with a length of 3 to 5 feet and a weight of 180 to 420 pounds. Hunting regulations only allow hunting of non-pregnant adult bears, so hunters need to make accurate estimates to comply with these restrictions. The hunting process usually lasts from 4 to 8 days, depending on many factors such as weather conditions, bear density in the area, and the skills of the hunter. During this time, hunters often camp in the forest, waking up early before 6 a.m. to start hunting activities. Areas frequented by bears are places with abundant food sources in the spring and summer. These are grassland areas and open lands. In late summer and fall, they often gather in oak and chestnut forests, where there are rich food sources to prepare for winter. The use of hunting dogs is also popular in the United States. These hunting dogs are specially trained to recognize bear scent. Once their location is discovered, the hound will pursue its prey until it climbs a tree or gets into a position from which escape is impossible. In this case, hunters will monitor barking sounds and GPS signals to reach the bear's location. Besides, bear hunting is strictly managed by wildlife management agencies in each state. Hunters must have a valid license, usually issued electronically to ensure fairness and population control. Regulations could include a limit on the number of bears hunted each season to about 4,500. The official bear hunting season usually takes place in the fall, from early September to late November. However, some states also allow bear hunting in the spring right after the bears go out to forage after hibernation. Although bear hunting is a long-standing tradition, it is also an important method of controlling their numbers. This aims to maintain the balance of the ecosystem and minimize conflicts between humans and bears. But this activity is always a controversial topic. More humanitarian solutions will be needed to address this problem more effectively in the future.
Subscribe to the channel. And hey, be sure to tell your friends about us too so they can check it out. Bye and see you in the next video.